Yo, what's good everybody? It's your boy RDS. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to break down the top biggest flops of 2025. It's the end of the year, we might as well speak about it. In reference to comic book movies and video games, anything that brought the heat, or in this case, lack of heat. We're going to start from the least flop at number 10 and then work all the way to the most tragic flop at number 1. Let's jump right into it. Oh, let me put this out there real quick. For those of y'all that like to jump in my comments and cry, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about, I liked it." I don't give a shit, alright? This is my opinion, but my opinions are based off of a lot of facts and certain statistics that you can get off the internet. You cry to me, I'm not gonna care. Alright, it is what it is. So, let's get into it. Alright, let's start it off hot. I know y'all about to jump in my comments about this one for all y'all fanboys. But, for number 10, we gonna start off with Superman 2025, Mr. James Gunn bullshit. I said it. It's a good movie, but weak performance. Why did it flop? It only made around $604 million in the box office, low for a franchise reboot. DC expected much higher numbers for a Gunn-led relaunch. According to Forbes, it's the worst performing superhero year since 2011. While it wasn't a disaster for a big DC launch under Gunn, the international and domestic splits reportedly underperform compared to expectations. Strong reviews, weak turnout, audience disconnect. Alright, so my opinion, solid movie. However, it didn't deliver what a Superman reboot should have. I honestly think they didn't even need the reboot. I'm one of those people. You know what I mean? It had respectable numbers, but not enough for the expectation behind it. My personal opinion, although it needed some work, the Snyderverse was just way better and they should have continued on that. Gunn's launch story was just weak, and it seemed as if he was only creating a plot line that him and his buddies would love, and not thinking for the major audience. It is what it is. Alright, so coming in at number 9, we got the Thunderbolts, which I actually like this one. I just didn't think it was the team to be going up against the Sentry. It had good critic reviews, bad business. Why did it flop? Worldwide box office wasn't enough for a Marvel team-up film. According to the direct, despite being well reviewed, it's possibly the most bewildering comic book movie flop ever. The movie made around $382 million worldwide, but for a Marvel team-up film, that's disappointing compared to its budget and marketing. High production plus marketing made the break-even point massive. So, this was one of the strangest flops. People liked it, but the money said otherwise. Like I said, I even liked it. Again, it wasn't the team to be going up against the Sentry, but I'm just a comic book person who just looks at things like that. Not enough people showed up for Marvel to really call it a success. Sometimes good reviews don't pay the bills. A Marvel L disguised as a W. Sad. Alright, so number 8, we got the Fantastic Four. Big drop off, bigger disappointment. Why did it flop? It made around $522 million, but expectations were set way higher. 66% weekend drop killed the momentum. Critically mixed reactions turned off the casual moviegoers as well. In my opinion, Marvel thought this was going to be their comeback squad, but the second week drop was nasty. People pulled up the first week and then ghosted the next. At number 7, we got Captain America: Brave New World. I mean, did you think it was not going to make the list? Why did it flop? Captain America, but not quite Captain numbers. It made around $415 million worldwide on a $180 million budget. Not bad, but also not good enough. Needed a huge turnout to revive the Cap franchise. Didn't meet MCU big title expectations. In my opinion, Captain America movies used to print money. This one barely clocked in. The box office said, I'll catch it on the Disney Plus drop, which is pretty much how I watched it. Alright, at number 6, some of you guys may not know about this movie or have even heard about it. Is that the same thing? I think that's the same thing. Know about it, heard about it, whatever. It's a film called Game Changer. It's an indie political action drama with a big budget, but with no buzz. Why did it flop? Low audience turnout. Completely overshadowed by bigger titles. It wasn't a superhero movie, but it flopped so hard I had to include it. High budget, zero hype, certified box office ghost. I'll put the movie up here so you guys can go give it some support. I be watching things like that. I'm universal. I'm cultured, you know. So I dive into a little bit of everything. But yeah, I had to include it. At number 5, we got Disney's Snow White 2025 live action remake. Disney's fairy tale nightmare. Why did it flop? Like we all didn't know already. Plus the little underlining things from the actress. Let's just stick with the statistics. Cost around $70 million to make. Only made about 205 worldwide. Analysts estimate about 115 million loss. Huge second week decline. Bad word of mouth. In my opinion, this might be Disney's biggest L in years. They tried a fresh take and the audience said, nah, bring back the 1937 version. You can keep this bitch. At number 4, we got Dragon Age: The Veilguard. The game. That trash of a game. BioWare's comeback that didn't really come back. Why did it flop? Long-awaited franchise and entry that undersold. To keep it simple, hardcore fans didn't connect with the new tone and direction. Lower than expected sales from the big budget RPG. Felt mid compared to all the hype. In my opinion, Dragon Age fan waited years and got meh. The fan deserved a more full course meal. They got an appetizer. Simple as that. I don't even think it was even an appetizer. It was more so whatever. At number 3, we got FBC Firebreak. For those of you that even heard about this launch, it was a live service launch with absolutely no players. Why did it flop? Extremely low concurrent player count. No community build-up at launch. A live service game cannot survive without a strong day one engagement. Remedy's first attempt at multiplayer fell completely flat. In my opinion, the lobby was so empty you could hear your own footsteps. Live service games need a crowd. This one couldn't even get 5 people to show up. Coming in at number 2, of course we got Mind's Eye, a AAA budget alpha level performance. Why did it flop? One of 2025's worst rated video games. Bug-filled launch, broken gameplay, performance drops. It was doomed to fail. Bound to fail, to say it correctly. High expectations from Leslie Benzi Studio. If you guys don't know about Leslie Benzi, he was previously with Rockstar. So everyone thought this was going to be something. Player reviews were rough to say the least. They couldn't close the floodgates on the refunds. In my opinion, this one hurt. Big team, big money, big hype. The game looked like it needed 6 more months in the oven. The refund speed runs were crazy. Coming in at number 1, drumroll please. Of course we got Concord. The biggest flop of 2025, shutdown speedrun. Why did it flop? Shut down in 14 days after launch. Near 0 player engagement. Overhyped as a hero shooter competitor with no staying power. Marketing push totally wasted. Community never formed. It died instantly. This is the king of flops. A game lasting 2 weeks. Bro, even mobile games made by one dude in his bedroom last longer than this. Concord didn't just flop. It hit the ground, bounced a few times, and flopped again. It was crazy. Alright, so you made it to the end. That's, in my opinion, the top 10 biggest flops of 2025 so far. Which one surprised you the most? Which flop deserved worse, in your opinion? And which one low-key wasn't that bad? I'm pretty sure I'm gonna hear about this fucking James Gunn Superman thing. Drop a comment, hit your like, smash, please, and subscribe. I got way more games and nerd culture heat coming your way. I'm RDS. I'll catch you guys next time. Stay sharp. Peace.